went to school, went to college, and baseball guy. What's your walk-up song?
Walk-up song. Well, I don't know. I never had a walk-up song. I was a pitcher in college, and
you mean they didn't do when they call you out of the bullpen?
I guess, well, no, I was a starter. So, I guess my favorite song would probably "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" would be a good one. Just when I was younger, that's what I used to always listen to before the game.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta have the walk-up song.
Oh yeah.
So you need to write some. I should
write a walk-up song. That'd be cool, and then people can use it.
Absolutely. And we'll market it for them and say, hey, this would be a good one. So how long have you been on the music side?
I started taking it seriously. I kind of fell into it on accident. So when I first started playing college baseball in Oregon, I went through a breakup in high school, then was working a construction job, and I just wrote down like a poem while I was driving a haul truck, and I had no guitar and anything. I was just sitting there, and I wrote down this little poem, and I went home, put some chords to it, and showed my baseball buddies while we were at Guitar Center. And some guy came in and was like, hey, can I film that? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And he filmed it and then posted it on Facebook, and it got like 10,000 shares, and it went like crazy for me. And I was like, and I sounded terrible. I'm watching the video back. It's so bad. I don't know what people were doing, but it was so funny. But yeah, that's kind of how the music thing started. And then I was like, man, how can I do a little bit of music and still do baseball? I was like, well, let's go down to Nashville, somewhere over there. And I was like, okay, Cumberland University. That looks like a good place. And loved the coach, Woody Hunt. And he's an amazing person. And he introduced me after I played there for a year, got hurt. And he introduced me to Ben Hayslip and the Peach Pickers, and kind of just chased that dream after I got hurt.
So, have you been gigging in Nashville then, or?
Yes, sir. I've played Listening Room. I headlined the Exit Inn last year, February 28th, which was a huge thing for me. I was so excited. That's one of my favorite venues when I first moved there, and played the Listening Room a bunch. The basement, the OG basement. What else have I done? I just opened for Jackson Dean at a show in Oregon, or in Walla Walla, Washington.
Nice.
Right on the border of Oregon. But
nice.
And then I'm opening for Phil Vassar and Uncle Cracker, and I always forget I can't think of it. Hunter Hayes.
Oh.
And
nice.
July 18th in Albany, Oregon.
Well, that'd be fun. We had Hunter Hayes in Marion here just a handful of years ago. Puts on a great show.
He's great, yeah.
And Phil Vassar, I got trapped. I was doing a special event in Nashville, and Phil Vassar was providing the entertainment. And we were at a hotel right there off of 2024.
Yeah.
And tornado warning. We were on the top floor, and I could see the tornado coming this way, so we had to go to the basement down into...
This was this year?
This was probably about 8 years ago.
Oh, I was going to say, because I thought you were talking about the tornado that came in. Well, I was like, I was there too.
Yeah, no. But we just sat down at the hotel, what was like the vault. And that's where we sat. And he brought his guitar, and he sat, and he just strummed. We told stories, and he played some music. It was an awesome little private concert while we rode out the storm warning. So let's talk about some of your music, man. You've got a song out right now called "Picture This" that seems like it's making its way up the charts right now.
Yeah, I'm really beyond blessed, and all glory to God for that. I can't believe that it's happening. It's the first song I've ever taken to radio, and doing it completely independently, and yeah, I'm beyond blessed.
You want to do it for us?
Yeah, I can play that one for you.
That is awesome. This is Caleb Lathrop is joining us here in our Z100 Radio Roadhouse.
Picture this. Those silver wings never took your heart away. Your hand's still there on my chest, just like it was that day. That smile on your face and the salt in your hair, that sombrero you made me wear. Picture this, if that sun never sank and we never closed our tabs, then it wouldn't be just me with a 3x3 on my lap. And what could have been should have, but it didn't last. Man, I wish we could have made it last. What I wouldn't give for one more night, getting love drunk off your lips. Damn, I miss your eyes and the way they pulled me in. kinda like that ocean tide. Now they're just black and white. That still white frames where you've been ever since. And when I pictured perfect, I didn't picture this. I didn't picture me in a middle seat heading for heartbreak. Didn't know 30,000 feet had a street up on memory lane. But it does now. I'm one drink into drowning you out. Somewhere up in the clouds, what I wouldn't give for one more night. Getting love drunk off your lips. Damn, I miss your eyes. And the way they pulled me in, kinda like that ocean tide. Now they're just black and white. That's still white frames where you've been ever since. And when I pictured perfect, I didn't picture this. No, I didn't picture this. I didn't picture you on my mind. It's so far away and falling that hard after just a couple days. But what I wouldn't give for one more night, getting love drunk off your lips. Damn, I miss your eyes. And the way they pulled me in, kinda like that ocean tide. Now they're just black and white. That's still white frames where you've been ever since. And when I pictured perfect, I didn't picture this. I didn't picture this. No, didn't picture this.
That's Caleb Lathrop, and that is called Picture This. You're on the charts with that. Have you heard it on the radio yourself yet?
I have just one time, and it was pretty cool.
Where were you? What were you doing?
I was driving home from the very first radio interview I did, and it was in Tennessee, and I was on my way home, and they played it after, and I was like, wow, that's pretty cool.
That is very, very cool. Inspiration for that song, where'd it come from?
Inspiration, so when I was younger, my buddy actually came in with the title. His name's Keegan Glenn. He came in with the title of it, but when he said picture this, I was like, that could be cool. Imagine it's like a relationship when you go on vacation and you meet somebody and you're like, man, and you kind of just hit it off and you fall in love and you don't really know where they're from, they don't know where you're from. It's just this kind of love thing that happens in that moment, and then it's like, oh, she left and you left, and that's like all you really have left of it. And it's just, man, imagine if we could have made that work and stayed, and you didn't leave and I didn't leave, and yeah.
You mentioned earlier that you had the song that hit the social media, from the Guitar Center. Mm-hmm. How do you use social media? How is it to your benefit?
Oh, man, I've figured out that I need to it's just a tool. I used to, when I was younger, I used to just like scroll endlessly, but now I'm just really trying to use it as a tool and trying to just put stuff out there. And I mean, you can't make anything go viral. You can't make, there's no formula. It's just, you just have to be you, I think, is a real thing that's worked for me. It's just, I'm just trying to be who I am and just show my funny and goofy side a little bit, and yeah. And
it's amazing how many artists, that's kind of how they've made it to Nashville or in the charts, is just through their social media presence.
Exactly. I think people just like relate. It's like when you're real, it's like you just are you. Though that's how like people relate to, because it's like if you see somebody trying to be somebody or like whatever, it's not, you don't relate. You're like, you can kind of see through it. I mean, it's really easy to see through in my opinion, but
yeah, you can tell the fake and the authentic.
Yes, sir.
You learned to play guitar, Grandpa?
My great grandpa, yes, sir. He taught me when I was real young. I just learned the basic chords like G, minor, D, and C, and never really took it serious until honestly about freshman year of college. And I used to just do it as like a little fun gig for fires or whatnot, and yeah, and never. This was my thing. My grandparents always used to be like, "Can you learn a full song?" Because I used to only learn like verses, choruses, because I'd get too bored, and I'm like, "Well, yeah. Next one."
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah. Talk about the guitar you learned on.
Yeah, so my great grandfather, he's now handed it to me, and I'm young. I've left it in Oregon because I'm like, I don't want to wait, but it's he bought it brand new, and it's a 1961 Gibson Hummingbird, and he's the only owner of it. And he played the crap out of it, and it's got some stories behind it. It's got a tooth mark in it from my Uncle Todd. And yeah, there's some.
Went crashing in, huh?
Oh yeah.
Or got smacked in the face with it.
I don't remember. He told me the story. I should remember it, but
They gotta have the battle scars.
exactly.
That's part of the story.
Yeah.
Is on guitar. So what are you up to? I mean, we've got the song Picture This. It's on the chart. You're doing your radio tour. You spending time writing. What's a day in the life of Caleb like?
Yeah, it's a lot of writing. I love writing. Honestly, writing's my favorite part of it. It's just I love being able to tell a story and like the wordplay and so day in the life is. I mean, it depends on the day. If it's a weekday, usually I have a write schedule. I try to plan. I'm booked out a little bit for probably the next month and a half right now with either writes or shows or whatnot, and then trying to squeeze in getting more songs recorded in there. But yeah, a day in the life, just wake up and usually have a write at 11, and if not, it'd be at 3 or a double that day, 11 and 3. And then after that, well, first it'd be gym in the morning, then that, and then after that, kind of relax.
Do you have a specific place you go when you're writing?
It depends. Sometimes depends on if I'm writing with somebody who is with a publisher or with not a publisher, or if we're just kind of just hanging out writing. So it's either at my place or at the publisher's downtown or on Music Row or at their place. I mean, it all depends. Sometimes we just have writer retreats and just go out to like a cabin or go rent a place. Or
that's how I picture. That's how I picture.
Those are the best because you get like a group of people and you're like, all right, well, let's get some of my favorite writers and let's go rent an Airbnb for a weekend and let's just go write as many songs as we can. So like, for an example, I'm going to try to get another project going, and I want to do that this summer and get as many songs as I can. I mean, I have a bunch right now ready for it, but I think it's good to just keep doing that. And it's a fun time always.
Yeah. Well,
memories.
Yeah, especially when you're getting to write like that. You want to do another one for us?
Yeah, let me.
So Caleb Lathrop, you heard Picture This, and this is number 62 right now on the charts. Good song. What are you going to do for us now?
I'm going to do an unreleased one. It's actually shout out to a friend of mine. This is her favorite song. And my grandma's, I think, actually. She told me, she's like, you should play this song more often.
Got to make the grandmas happy.
Exactly. But this is a unreleased song, and it's called Whiskey with Whitley. A quarter fell into the jukebox, and your favorite song came on. Well, my eyes were heavy, but my heart was steady on missing something already gone. Just the bourbon and I singing, don't close your eyes. A hurt I've never felt before. So I picked up the phone and I tried to call, but you said nothing at all. Now I'm mixing whiskey with Whitley while you're in Miami, moving on with your brand new man. I'm still stuck on your memory, drowning my misery, lost and alone in the state that you left me in. Well, I'm no stranger to the pain, but tears fall out like rain when I'm mixing whiskey with Whitley. Glass on the nightstand is still half empty, just like this house I called home. Yeah, sometimes I wish that you were still with me, but maybe you're better off on your own. Well, nobody in his right mind would let you leave like that. Yeah, I know it's all my fault, but why does it hurt so bad? Mixing whiskey with Whitley while you're in Miami, moving on with your brand new man. I'm still stuck on your memory, drowning my misery, lost and alone in the state that you left me in. Well, I'm no stranger to the pain, but tears fall out like rain when I'm mixing whiskey with Willie. Oh no. When I'm mixing whiskey with Willie. Oh no. Mixing whiskey with Willie while you're in Miami, moving on with your brand new man. I'm still stuck on your memory, drowning my misery, lost and alone in the state that you left me in. Yeah, well, I'm no stranger to the pain, but tears fall out like rain when I'm mixing whiskey with Willie. I'm mixing whiskey with Willie.
Caleb Lathrop, and that is Whiskey and Willie. Like that. That's good, dude.
Thank you.
Hey, so I got this thing we do called the Radio Roadhouse Rapid Fire. 5 questions. Just what comes to mind first.
Fast.
Okay, here we go. Weirdest thing that you've signed for a fan?
I don't know.
Nothing weird?
Hat. Nothing
Just
weird.
a hat?
Yeah, nothing weird.
Good. That'll be coming.
So far.
Before long.
So far.
Yeah. What's your go-to snack when you're out on the road from a gas station?
Oh, that's a good one. I have to probably grab a Snickers or some sort of trail mix.
There you go. That's pretty good. If you weren't a musician, what would you be doing?
Hopefully sports still.
Yeah. Still throwing the ball.
Probably.
Yeah. What'd you think of the World Series, College World Series this weekend?
I actually didn't even get a chance. I literally I didn't get to watch it.
Yeah, staying busy.
I seen the highlights, but I mean, I watched the. I was really happy with Freddie Freeman's home run last year.
There you go. Let's see here. What's an artist or a song that you love the most that your fans wouldn't guess?
Oh, John Bellion is the artist.
Never heard that name.
And then I would go Stupid Deep, John Bellion.
There you go. Well, I'll be darned. I'm going to have to look that one up. What's the worst gig you've played so far?
Worst gig I've ever played. Man, that's putting me.
No, you don't have to name a name, but
Probably,
a situation.
And what do you mean by worst? Like me or like just nobody showed up? Like, or I played bad?
I'll let you go however you...
Okay, I'm going to say the one I played.
You've got something sticking in your
I'm
mind.
going to say the one I played bad at, and that's going to be, it was a writer's round in Nashville about 2.5 months ago. And it was, I don't even know what happened. I think I was just getting over sick, and I just forgot all the lyrics and then couldn't play the guitar, and I was just like, what is going on?
Oh, man, that's not good. You got another one you want to do for us?
Yeah.
Caleb Lathrop joining us here in the studio on our Z100 Radio Roadhouse.
I'm going to ask you a question. Do you want a funny one, or do you want
Do the funny one. Do a funny one.
Do the funny one?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can do that.
All right, cool. So this song is called I'm Broke.
Okay. Young writer. There we go.
Yeah, still broke,
Yeah,
just so you know.
I get it.
I got some buddies that you probably only seen on a screen. I can take you to a show and get you VIP. Forget the bar, backstage has drinks for free. And I know, 'cause I'm broke, don't need $1 to holler and swallow, baby, no joke. I'm penny pinching and trying to give you attention. I owe you something special, but all I got are kisses to blow. Whoa, I'm broke. I bet a couple city slickers hitting up your phone say they wanna pay for dinner, but they get it to go. They think their money talks and that's the way they'll get you home, but they ain't never been broke, no. 'Cause I'm broke, don't need $1 to holler and swallow, baby, no joke. I'm penny pinching and trying to give you attention. I owe you something special, but all I got are kisses to blow. Whoa, I'm broke. Yeah. Whoa, I'm broke. I can't show you all the finer things in life unless you give me some time. But I can take you to a spot where you see the stars of neon lights. And if you wanna go, whoa, 'cause I'm broke, don't need $1 to holler and swallow, baby, no joke. I'm penny pinching and trying to give you attention. I owe you something special, but all I got are kisses to blow. Whoa, I'm broke. Whoa, I'm broke. I'm broke.
Caleb Lathrop. I like that. That's actually a good tune, dude.
Oh, thank you.
You ought to hang that one out there.
Yeah.
Hey, well, thank you, number one, for coming by.
No, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you
I know
for
you're
having me.
doing a lot of driving, but looking forward to more stuff from you. Picture this again. We'll be playing that for you, and keep it up, dude.
Thank you so much.
You're on the right track. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, sir.
Where is it you're heading to again? Wisconsin, you said?
Yes. I don't remember where, but somewhere.
Well, just be careful and
6-hour drive.
just stay cool as best you can.
Yes, sir.
Caleb Lathrop joining us here on Z100's Radio Roadhouse.